Okay, my computer has started this video and stopped this video 3 times, so 3 times a charm. Let's try it. Anyways, I was going through my Tumblr and I found a different list of questions that I'm going to ask, or answer, or, well, ask myself then answer, instead of the original that I had. The original list I had was more for if I'm in little space, and I'm not really in little space right now, so, okay. I might skip over some questions, like the ones I don't really like, or I don't feel comfortable answering, but I doubt there will be that many, so, question number 1. What's your middle name, and do you like it? My middle name is Amanda Ann. I mean, it's okay. Ann is something that is my birth mom's middle name, it's my adopted mom's middle name, so, are you artistic? That's number 2. I consider myself to be artistic. Like, I like to do crafts. I mean, they may not come out like they're supposed to, but, I used to write poetry, but I haven't written poetry in forever. I think, like, the last time I wrote poems was when I was with my, ex-fiance, and that was, like, 2009, maybe 2008, so, yeah, it's been a while. I do write fan fictions, but I haven't written any in a while. It's been about a year. I need to get back to that, because, yeah, it did help. I also like to do, like, experimental baking and cooking. Like, I'll find a recipe, and I'll be like, okay, we're gonna do this. Oh, I don't have this? Okay, we're gonna try this instead. And 95% of the time it comes out, the other 5% it comes out, but it's just... Number 3. Have you had your first kiss? Yeah. I had it when I was 13 at summer camp. Number 4, what is your life goal? My life goal flip-flops every day. Right now, I would say my life goal, or my main focus for my life, is to get my mom in a better place. You know, she could take care of herself. And that way I can move to Oklahoma and be with my daddy, because that's what we planned. Or not. There you go. Oh. Alright. Number 5. Fluffy, stop rubbing the stupid thing. Really? Alright. Hi. Bye. Alright, sorry about that. Cat, phone, me. Yeah, number 5. Do you have any experience with a famous person? Not really. When I lived in Memphis with my family, I got to meet, like, 2, contemporary Christian artists, maybe 3, but they weren't, like, huge, so I wouldn't consider them famous. Do you play any sports? No. When I was in high school, I did do competitive swimming. So, if I had to get back into a sport, that's what I'd get back into. What's your worst fear? My worst fear would definitely have to be being abandoned, being left behind by the people that I care about. It had to happen a lot in the past, so I know it's a fear that can become a reality, and it really sucks when it does. Who's your biggest inspiration? For me, I would have to say Jared from Supernatural. He started the Always Keep Fighting campaign, and between this SPN family and the Always Keep Fighting support, it's helped me out a lot. It's helped me when I've been in bad places. And I like the fact that with Supernatural. All the fans are like family, so it's pretty amazing. Do you have any cool talents? I don't think so. I don't know. Are you a morning person? Hell to the no. I hate mornings. If I had my choice, everybody's day would start at 11 a.m. How do you feel about pet names? I like them depending on what they are. I like it when my daddy calls me baby girl or kitten or pumpkin. Pumpkin is definitely one of my favorites, besides, you know, the typical baby girl little one. So yeah. Do you like to read? Yeah, I'm a bookworm. I have, I think I got like 4 bookcases full of books. And I'm still going, buying and collecting, and I still have to read at least, I don't know, 95% of the books that I do have, but... Name a list of shows that have changed your life. Okay, for me, there's only one, and Supernatural, as I mentioned. Do you care about your follower count? Not really. I'm doing this because I want to do it. I mean, I have Tumblr, I have Facebook, I have all that stuff, but do I care how many people are watching or how many friends? No, I don't. Have you ever kissed one of the same gender? Yes, I have. I am bisexual, proudly bisexual. Do you have any pets? I do. I have one kitty. Her name is Bella. She was not originally mine. We had somebody stay with us who was going to wind up going to prison, and because the kitten had already gotten used to this house and had gotten attached to me, she's like, oh, do you want Bella? I'm like, oh, okay. So Bella became mine. My mom has 2 cats too, so in total we have 3. Fluffy and Egypt are both brothers. They are about, I want to say, almost 13. We found them under our boat in Memphis. There was a litter of 4. We took in the mama cat and the kittens, because my dad was huge on, oh, look, there's a stray animal, or there's a stray cat. We're going to take it in. So, after they were weaned off the mom, we went and gave the mom to a family to take care of. And then we took the 2 kittens out of the 4 that we decided we could not keep to a no-kill shelter. It took us an hour to locate a non-kill shelter to drop them off at, because I didn't want to leave them where, you know, they only had like a week or whatever. So, are you religious? No. I consider myself more spiritualist. Or New Age Christian, I guess you could say. I have certain things that I believe and certain things that I'm just like, no. Just, no. My big thing, and not to get into a religious debate or anything, is the Bible's been rewritten so many times. How are we to know that people didn't just add stuff in that they wanted? Like, some of the research I've done has shown that there are homosexual relationships in the Bible, in the original, but because King James was such a homophobe, that he had put in that being gay was wrong, and a sin and an abomination and all that. Well, I mean, you don't really have any proof, so, I don't know. I mean, for me, I don't think God that did all this creation and everything and made things so beautiful and blah 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 would be like, oh, that's wrong, you can't do that, even though it's been proven that you're born that way. So, I'm more spiritualist. I believe some things and some things I don't. Are you a people person? I kind of sort of am. All of my jobs, I've always worked around people, and I've never had any complaints, other than maybe making a promise that something may be on the shelf and I just didn't get to it. So, are you considered popular? No, and I don't want to be. What is one of your bad habits? Probably chewing my nails. I get nervous and I will chew and chew and chew. I will actually bite them down to the point that they bleed. And, yeah, so I'm trying to break that habit, but it's a slow process. What is something that makes you feel vulnerable? When I'm in little space, I will feel really vulnerable, so it's really hard for me to get in full little space right now, especially with my daddy being so far away. Don't get me wrong, I do have little snips where I will slip in and I'll be all goofy and silly, and then I'll be like, okay, this feels really weird, my daddy's not here, and then I'll go back. I usually stay in middle. I'm usually middle space, so. What would you name your children? So, my husband and I did have names picked out. Excuse me. Even though my dad and I didn't have the best, the best relationship, I still wanted to name a son that I had after him. So, Walter is a boy's name that I still plan on using. Sorry, my cough drop is backing up on me. And then as far as girl, we were going to combine Sam, which is my husband's grandmother's names together, and I like it, so, you know, I kind of would like to keep it, but, Arabella Naomi Ann is what we're going to name a girl. Yeah. So I do like those names, and I would like to keep them if possible. I mean, I know the last names may be different or whatever, but, who's your celebrity crush? Jensen Ackles. If he wasn't already married, yeah. What's your best subject? When I was in high school, when I went to public school, honestly, history was the only class I had an A in. Dogs or cats? I like both. Most used social media besides Tumblr. Facebook. And I'm actually not on Tumblr that much. But, it's a combination between Facebook and, FetLife and maybe Mimi. Best friend's name. The best friend in the world that I have, his name is Justin DeRogers, and he lives in Connecticut. We've kind of grown apart over the years because just life's thrown us a bunch of curveballs. But the best thing about us is that we cannot talk for years, and we can just pick up right where we left off. He actually wrote me a card to let me know what was going on, and I need to sit down and open it back. And then I have another best friend whose name is Dakota, and I met her through a guy friend in Memphis when they were dating. And Dakota and I have stood by each other for, like, everything. We've been each other's support. So, yeah, those are my two best friends in the whole wide world, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. And chocolate or sugar? Honestly, what's the difference? They both have sugar, but I guess if I had to choose chocolate. Have you ever been on a date? Duh. Do you like roller coasters? No, I don't like heights. Nope. Can you swim? Yes, that was pretty much answered earlier. Have you struggled with any kind of mental disorder? Yes. So last year, when I went to therapy and all that stuff, they discovered that I have post-traumatic stress disorder, from some things in my childhood and some other things that I had go on throughout, my teen years and up to this point. And then through more discovery, I don't know if this is fully true or not. I mean, a lot of people say, okay, yeah, how you act makes sense, but when I told my therapist about my little middle adult side, she decided, oh, we're going to classify it as borderline personality disorder. Okay, I don't really feel like it's a personality disorder, this is just who I am. So yeah. Are your parents together? No, they are not. My dad passed away in, May 23rd, so 12 days after my birthday of 2009. He was fighting a ongoing battle with, cirrhosis of the liver, He drank heavily when he was younger. He was diagnosed, I want to say 5 or 6 years before he died. And the doctor at the time told him that he could either suffer or it would hit him like a brick wall. We were lucky that it hit him like a brick wall and he did not suffer. My only complaint really about the whole situation is the way that the ER handled it, but that, I'll save that for a different time. My favorite color is purple, yeah, and green, and when I say green, I mean like jade green. I don't mean like ugly green. So yeah, any shade of purple, jade green, and teal, and like blue sapphire type colors. Those are my favorite colors. What country are you from or do you live in? I am from the USA, and I live in the USA. Favorite singer? Pink, usually. Do you see yourself being famous someday? No. Do you like dresses? On rare occasions. Favorite song right now? It's been a little while since I listened to music, but I would definitely have to say Pink's Just Like Fire from the new Alice in the Looking Glass movie. That one's my favorite. Does talking about sex make you uncomfortable? Depends on who it's with. Not who I'm having sex with, who I'm talking. Yeah. How old were you when you got your first period? Oh, I was 9. I started when I was 9. Have you ever shot a gun? Does BB gun count? Have you ever done yoga? No. Are you a horror girl? Yes. I adore horror movies. Are you good at giving advice? Not really. But I will try for my friends. 49 will be for another time, which is tell us a story about your childhood, so that will be for another time. Were you a cute kid? I don't think I was. Let's see. Let's find 2 more questions. Have you ever dyed your hair? Yes, I dye my hair horrid. Like, I'll dye it one color and I'll be like, oh, I don't like that. 3 months later, and I'll dye it again. So, but I haven't dyed my hair in probably a year now, so it's getting time to do it again. What's your favorite animal? Much to my daddy's dismay, owls are one of my favorite animals. Not like the creepy owls, but like the colorful owls and the snowy owls, like from Harry Potter. And then foxes. For me, I kind of have an affinity to foxes. Seems like every time I drive, I'm the only one who can point out where they are on the side of the road, whether it's daytime or nighttime. So, yeah, foxes are cute. I like foxes. And then, penguins is my next one. So, yeah, okay. List all the TV shows you're watching. That will be kind of maybe shortlist. I'm watching Supernatural for like the billionth time. Daddy and I are currently watching Lost Girls Together. We are on, I think, season 4. And there's 5 seasons. Yeah, 5 episodes. I've started watching The Offspring on Netflix. And I've started watching Scream Queens on this movie website that I go to. So, one good question to end this video since it's already at 19 minutes. Alright, here's one. Last question for this video. Would you rather live in the city or the woods, and why? For me, I kind of like living, like, off the grid, so, like right now where I live, it's kind of country woodsy. country woodsy. The nearest big store to us is like 10 minutes away, so it's a small town. Just about everybody knows everybody except for the new people who just recently moved in the last couple of years, which would be me. So I would, for me, my ideal house would be in the country woodsy area, kind of sort of near the woods. Our neighbors would be a good mile or two up the road. I mean, I like my privacy, and having houses right next to each other, it doesn't work that well for me. I know that's going to be something that will have to be planned and financially thought out really well in the future. Like I plan on moving to Oklahoma to be with my daddy, like I said. We're planning the marriage, the kids, the whole shebang. And I do want to buy a house, and I just figured for the first couple of years, though, we could, while saving money up for the down payment, we could just rent a small house or something, even if it's in the city, as long as it's easy for Daddy to get to work and easy for me to get to work when I find another job or whatever. I mean, I've applied for disability because of some stuff that I got going on, but so yeah, okay. Well, I hope that video will kind of help you to get to know me a little better, I guess. And I'm gonna try to make videos at least a couple a week. It just gives me something to do. When I'm with Daddy for that week, I may or may not make a video. It depends on if I can get him to jump in on the video with me. So I guess we'll see. Alright.